se on luettu. Mä en jaksa tommosia tekstejä lukea. Ihan tyhmä peli pakottava lukemaan pitkiä tekstejä.
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second to last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that, Bragg?
Mitä?
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true.
Se olikin liian helppoa ollakseen totta.
I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness?
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised.
Tässä ei oikeesti ole paljon mitään tekemistä.
What a lovely
Mennään nukahtaa tässä vaan, kun katsoo näitä tutkimuksia.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the
Sinistä.
suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Mikä kamera ei oikein osaa tehdä mitään. Se yrittää säätää meikän aaman oikein. Mutta se epäonnistuu siinä täydellisesti. Miksi kaikki tuijottavat minua? Mikä pois? Meillä on lagia. Mun vissi piti mennä jonnekin. Vai?
I cannot leave.
Hyvä päivä. Sinäkin olet erittäin pelottavan näköinen. Mennäänpä tästä nukkumaan. Mitä mä täällä teen? Niin. Tää on niinku järki tässä spacessa. No, jäsu. Nyt näin tän. Siinä vaan nousi joku semmonen ihme hohto sen ympärille. Mitä? Tässä on jotain outoa. Joku on vain... Ja muuten nää on täälläkin.
These three pearls are of poor quality.
Kukka ei huomaa, kun ne on jotain... Näyttää puulta. Nyt jos lukossa jotain outoa, ei.
These three...
Kyllä tuntuu, että jotakin muutakin tässä on. Siellä on pikkuhelmi.
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here.
Joku on rikkonut
This
sen ja...
necklace is a fake.
Aika ihan niin, kun se oli feikki.
And at a glance it would appear that the forger
Joku on vaan äkkiä ottanut jotakin ihme helmiä. Ei se haittaa, vaikka ne näytä samalta. Ei sitä kukaan huomaa. Haittaan pari puuhelmiä, kun helmet loppu kesken.
Do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson.
Holmes.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye,
Näkökään
Inspector.
sumenee välillä ne taustat
You
ihmeellisesti.
mentioned a bishop, didn't you? we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Tää on
I
hyvin
put his
outoa.
address on our map of London on my desk.
Kohta varmaan
Get it
tausta
from
taas
this.
kirkastuu.
All right, Holmes.
Ei sitten. Mitä tapahtui? Aivan. Minä siirryin toisen henkilön.
Have you found my map of London?
Lontoon kartta, eikö se ole tässä? Ei. Onko se
I
tässä?
have found your map.
Ei. Olen virallisesti löytänyt sinut karttasi. Oletko ne ylpeä minusta?
The police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave, and not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know you! I'm going to call the police, whether you like it or not.
It would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one. Therefore, we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen. And indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Kumpi minä nyt... Mitä? Open. Kyllä, kyllä. Juu, on sulla Sherlock Holmes.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
Okei. Siitä sai hienot sormenjälköiset.
There is blood on this paperweight.
No, mistäköhän sen on tullut? En tiedä. Au. Mahtaa sattua.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. The fingers have been
Se
crushed.
kuuluu siihen samaan.
His
Se on
forearms have been
polteltu
ripped.
vähän.
Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
Tämän pääsen poispäin.
His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers.
You can see by his expression that he's suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth. My dear friend, everything points to this man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes. His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade.
Mitä on vielä jotain? Tää on tuo. Mikä tämä on? Se on se space juttu. Tuo nappi. Hei, saanko mä... Mitä mä tälläkin teen? Saanko mä... Mulla on enää sitä. Ei se voi olla tuossa. Aina painan tuota. Jalat.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You! But what does it matter, Holmes? This poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet. These burns are terrible.
My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Siinä on se sormi muuten.
A finger.
Mä otin...
Apparently it doesn't belong.
Onkin aina poimin sormia lattialta.
How dreadful.
Miten se liittyy mihinkään? Tai miksi se piti poimia? Siitä.
Something is
Noin.
missing here.
Oh yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
On se käy ilman kenkiä.
You
Tietenkin.
have no right to search here.
Ihan sama. Ei mua
This door
kiinnosta.
has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Silti se auttaa meikää. Kertoo asioita.
The bishop's bedroom. It is very austere. Nothing in particular here.
Niin. Tää hiiri on niin persestä, mutta pitää heilutella sitä ihan sairaan paljon joka suuntaan. Kun ei saa täyttä
Picture of Peregrine
senssiä.
Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor. An illustrious family.
Mitä
I need
tässä pitää
something.
tehdä?
Impossible to open it. Impossible to open it.
Tarviiks mä niinku...
I need
Joo, mä
something.
tarviin jostain muualta jotakin.
Reverend, I'm missing something. An implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements. But if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Minä otan minun puukkoni. Ja sinä kerrot minulle. Koska muuten minä käyn sinun silmät päät. Ja mulla tuli tikkujakin. Niin, mietihän sitä. Noin.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Ai se kerro. Mä halusin siltä jotain hienoja tietoja, joita se oli. Aivan. Sillä sitä on leikelty.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood. There
Että se
isn't
veri
any-
ei levinnyt siitä
The wounds on the
minnekään.
bishop were administered with this scalpel.
Sormi. Muuten minä tykkään tämän sormen sinun nenäsi. Jos et sinä
You
kerro
have
nyt.
no right to search.